Just so I know, we have. Wait, did I miscount? 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, we still have 12. Okay. Then we gained one. Who's new?
There's like 5.
I'm new.
Look at the balcony. Yeah. Yeah, I think we had a total of 15 to 17. I can't remember. I started counting as soon as they were leaving, so I don't know if I missed anyone.
I'm recording.
Yeah. Thank you, Missy. It's great to see all of you guys today. I'm going to be talking about something that I feel not a lot of people enjoy, but I'm going to talk about it. Something that's very important and something that's unfortunately very common in the society we live in today, especially within the church. And what I'm going to be calling it is a couch potato faith. Now, who here can tell me what a couch potato is?
Do you want the
I made
truthful
it.
answer or do you want the wrong answer?
If you look it up, there will be a picture of me.
Oh, you mean Bobby?
No,
It's
a
so
couch
funny.
potato is someone that eats chips and drinks Mountain Dew.
Okay, eats chips, drinks Mountain Dew. Well, what do they do? Let's say, what do they do all day?
Lazy.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Okay. And what about on
Wow.
weekends? Let's say there's a party. What are they going to go to the party?
Absolutely nothing.
Lazy.
Are they gonna? Yeah. So let's say there's a special occasion. Are they going to go to the special occasion?
If they can
Probably
sit
not.
down on the couch and eat potato chips, yeah. Because
That's
that's what I do.
For this analogy, I'm going to use it as if
I'm laughing.
they do get up to go for parties on weekends and go to special occasions. Because some people that I know, especially myself, whenever I was younger, I would have considered myself a couch potato. And I would get up to go to special events and to church on Sundays. So the couch potato faith is the type of person who throughout the week allows themselves to sit back and indulge in as many potato chips and as many Mountain Dews as they want, as many indulgences as they can. They're the people that allow sin to fester in their life and allow sin to rule them. It's as if Satan's walking by them with a platter of stuff to eat, and once it's gone, he comes back with another and another and another. They allow themselves to eat until they are basically just drowning in the trash of what they've become. But yet they still try to come out on Sundays and go to church and put on the act that they are a good person, that they are living the way they're supposed to live, where they are saying they're active. Like, oh, well, I go to the gym, but they have a gym membership, but I only went once. This person is the type of person that goes out on special occasions to make themselves look good, to make themselves look like they are better than they actually are. They make themselves look puffed up and arrogant. And Jesus spoke about this type of person. It's the people who they did for the views of others. He warned us about doing things. He warned us about doing things for the praise of humans instead of the acknowledgement of God, doing it for man instead of God. And now, the other part I want to talk about is this. There's a flip side to that. What would you say about someone that goes to a gym? You guys can answer.
Wait,
A
what was the
gym rat.
question?
He's motivated.
Okay, they're motivated. So what I was like has a gym membership and goes daily.
Keep going.
I wanted more ideas. What would you call one of these people?
A gym rat.
Motivated?
Okay, motivated. What else? Come on, there's more words than motivated. Whenever I think of someone that goes to the gym, I think disciplined. I think gym rat. Okay. So I'm actually going to use that, Miss Z. So they're a gym rat. They're someone that's dedicated. They're there all the time. They spend their time learning how to lift heavy weights. They do it. They go there. They ask people for help when they need it so that they might understand how to better lift weights so that they don't hurt themselves. They go and they keep going and they keep going and they keep getting better and better. And the same is with our faith. You can either have a couch potato faith or you can have a faith that is like that of someone that goes to a gym, one that stays active, stays motivated, stays consistent, stays dedicated. Someone who has a gym rat faith, as Miss Z basically just called it. Someone who shows up and spends their entire time in the presence of God. That's the person that has a gym faith. So what does the Bible say about the two? Well, this person that has the couch potato faith, they would be considered lukewarm. And we see that when it comes to temperature, God would rather us be hot or cold. He would rather us pick one side or the other. You can interpret it that way, but another way to interpret it is based on what hot water and cold water represented. Hot water represented it represented passion. It represented being on fire for something, while cold water represented refreshment or being refreshed. So God's telling us he would rather you be passionate and on fire for him, or he would rather you be passionate and on fire for him, or he would have you be refreshed by his presence daily. He wants us to pick one of those. He wants us to either enjoy his presence daily or be so passionate that we are going out and infecting other people with the same type of joy we have. So he wants us to be hot or cold. He wants us to be hot or cold for him. He doesn't want us to be lukewarm, because lukewarm, he says he will vomit it out of his mouth. And those people that are the gym, have the couch potato faith, they are the ones that will be on Judgment Day saying, Lord, Lord, didn't we do this in your name? Didn't we do this in your name? Didn't we do this in your name? But Jesus will respond with, I never knew you. See, they had the gym membership. They knew about the gym, but they never showed up. They never put that plan into action. They never did what they were supposed to do and act on that faith. They didn't act on their belief. They didn't believe it so much that they were able to be dedicated and motivated to keep pushing and pushing no matter how hard it got. Those are the people he's going to say, I never knew you, because they did not do the things they were supposed to do. Yes, we are told faith is what saves. It's grace by faith that we are saved, not by works, so that no man can boast. But that doesn't mean that we can live a life of sin, because when we are bought by the blood of Christ, we are a new creation. Those chains of slavery to sin are broken. So why do we allow ourselves to continue to stay in the jail cell when the door is wide open? We are called to break free. We serve a God who shook a jail cell to its foundation, freeing the doors so that one family might be saved. And everyone listening might have the impact of seeing these men live out their faith. We serve a God that opens up jail cells when it seems there's no other way. He's the God that gives us a way out when we don't know how we can make it. He's the God that saves us every time we call out his name. I talked about last night taking a step of faith. When you step out of the boat, out of your comfort zone, and start walking towards God, that is when you start looking towards Christ. Because if you step out of the boat to walk on the water and you aren't looking towards Christ, you are going to immediately drown. So when you step out of the boat, look towards Christ. Because when you have a gym faith, you are going to be active. You're going to be searching. You are going to be looking for him. And when you see him, you are going to be running as fast as you can to him. And that's what he wants us to do. He calls us to be like children. What do children do when someone says, well, my dad's stronger than your dad, or my dad can beat up your dad? We, likewise, can say, well, my dad's stronger than your dad, because we know it's the truth. Because the way of this world will try to claim us as much as it can. Satan will try to claim us as much as he can. But all we have to do is remind him that our dad's stronger, that our Father cares more, that our Father is the one who made the heavens and the earth. He's the one who dwells in the holiest places in heaven. He's the one who made you and me. So when you love God so much that you have a dedicated faith, what do? You start to share that faith. You start to help other people in their walk. You start bringing your friend to the gym. You start recommending friends to go to the gym. You start telling them, hey, you should try it out because it changed my life. And there's a quote I heard, and it's this: how much must you hate someone for you to go about your day without even telling them about Jesus? How much could you hate someone for you to look at them and not see God's child? How much could you hate someone and not think that their life could be better if they knew the one that saved you? The one who took you from death to life, from sickness to health. He's the one who cares for you, and he cares for those people that are lost as well, because they are too his children. Whether they call him dad or not, he loves them as his own. And it hurts him when they are hurting. It hurts him when they walk away. It hurts him when they don't know him. And I did a devotional on my social media a while back where I talked about how can God be in your life if you don't let him in. So we have to show people that the door is there, the key's in their hand. They just have to open the door because it's never been locked. But they have the key, and they can lock it if they want, or they can open the door and throw away that key because they never need it again. Because what's on the other side of that door is God waiting with his arms open to embrace them and give them all that he wants to give them. So how much could you hate someone not to tell them that there's a better life? And that's why I said I'm going to be preaching something that you guys probably aren't going to be very happy about, because unfortunately, the church is doing this. The church is suffering in a way where we don't share the gospel like we should. We don't tell people about the gospel as we should. We don't tell people what's leading them to destruction, because we're told the way to hell is broad. It's not the narrow gate. The path is clear and it looks very appetizing, but it leads off a cliff that ends in your death, ends in your suffering, ends in agony. But the path of God is this: a narrow gate and a narrow path that very few tread on, so it's not very well worn. It's one that when people follow, that you may second guess your choice because of all the brush that's in the way. But if you're dedicated, you're going to see that this path, this hiking trail of yours, it is going to lead you to the best possible destination. And the more you walk it, the easier it gets. And the more you walk it, the more comfortable it gets. When you start walking down one path, both going in opposite directions, you can't say, well, I want to go on the other path now. You have to pick a side. Are you going to serve the Lord your God, or are you going to serve the world? Because I can tell you this: one's going to bring you joy, while the other one's only going to bring you temporary satisfaction. And how grateful shall we be to serve a God that welcomes us into his home, who comes into our hearts when we accept him, who comes to us and meets us where we are, like the good father he is. If you guys need that change in your life, feel free to come forward as we listen to this next song. And I think you guys are going to like it.
Here's gratitude. Link
1 second.
All my words fall short. I've got nothing new. How could I express all my gratitude? I could sing these songs as I often do, but every song must end, and you never do. So I throw up my hands and praise you again and again, 'cause all that I have is a hallelujah, hallelujah. I've nothing else fit for a king, except for a heart singing hallelujah.